second, check out what I got. The brand new iRobot J7 Plus. The Plus is with the self-empty bin. I'm pretty excited to try this guy out. So iRobot has a poop promise. Yes, that's really a thing. It's called Pet Owner Official Promise. So what that is, if you have a dog or cat or whatever at home, and it might poop on the floor, and you're at work or just home and this guy's cleaning, and it runs that poop over, they will send you a brand new J7 because it failed on their poop promise. So I will be putting that through the test. I think this thing is going to be very, very good according to what I've seen them show online. It should be able to avoid any type of cables, charging cables, possibly shoelaces. I'll be trying that. And I'm pretty excited to get into this. So this is going to be mainly an unboxing video. I'll show you everything that this guy has to offer. It does have a new style clean base, which is really cool looking. And I'm really curious to compare that to the old version and see which one's truly better. I like the looks of this. I think it's really cool. And I like this a smaller design. So this is basically, for the most part, an i7 or an i6, i8, whatever you want to call it. But it has the front-facing camera, which is essentially the obstacle avoidance. Now that still will go around and map your house. You're going to be able to divide the rooms, label rooms. You can use Google and Alexa with this to tell it to go clean your kitchen. You can even set it up to just clean around your kitchen table, and that's it. So if you just had dinner and the kids were a little bit messy, you say, hey Google, tell iRobot to go clean around my kitchen table, and it will do just around this table and then go back and empty itself. So pretty cool technology. Very excited to try this guy out fully. And do me a favor, I believe I'm the first video on YouTube with this in hand. So let's make this video get really popular. If this gets 500 likes, I will literally go to my brother's house. This might be gross to some of you, but it's the whole point of this vacuum. We get 2 piles of dog poop. I will set them in. I'll have to find a spot for it. But I will have 2 piles and put this thing to the test. And if this guy runs it over, then we'll see if iRobot will stand by their promise and actually send me a new one. But I think their technology is going to be really good to where it's going to completely avoid it. And we'll see. I'm really curious as well too, because a lot of these robots will avoid stuff, but the side brush that's spinning will still hit it. So if that side brush hits it, essentially when it's spinning, it's going to get poop underneath the robot. I wonder if that's covered under the poop promise. So let's just go ahead and get into this, see what you get. This is $849 right now for the one with the self-empty bin. If you don't want the self-empty bin, it's $649 just for the robot itself. If you've never had a self-empty bin, spend the extra $200. It is so much worth it. You don't ever have to empty the robot itself. You just literally pull out this bag, and I'll show you, and you throw it in your trash. It's so nice and clean and easy. From now on, I will never have a robot in my house that I exclusively use without a self-empty bin. I love them. So here we go, the J7 Plus. Brand new robot. I bought this with my own money, by the way. Alright, let's see what you get. First on top is a quick start guide. Very basic. I'll show you how to set all this up. I'll show you how to set up the app, connect it to your phone. We'll divide the rooms and do all that fun stuff as well. So it's even labeled boxes. So box number 1. Let's see what you get in here. Here is the manuals. The power cable for the self-empty bin. An extra filter, which is really nice. What I believe to be an extra side brush. Let me know in the comments if you guys are excited for this robot. There was pretty much no information at all about this, and I didn't even know it was coming out until it was on iRobot's website. So they're really keeping this stuff secretive. And I'm going to guess and say they're going to, if this is successful, I highly assume they're going to do something similar with the S9 or another brand new flagship robot. So this is how it comes out of the box. It's actually all in there like this. Usually the robot's in a separate box. But I think that's a beautiful self-empty bin. I love that they have like these plastic lines that go down. It just gives it a unique look. What's really, really cool, in my opinion, is there's like this leather loop here, and this is how you open it. And of course, this has the iRobot badge on it. Overall design for this self-empty bin, I think it's really, really cool looking. Alright, so the robot itself has some good weight to it. If you guys want to know anything specific about any of this, please leave a comment below. Alright, here's the self-empty bin itself. The front, or the bottom plate, looks pretty similar to the old version, but of course this is much shorter, but it is definitely a lot fatter. And this is why right here. So it's wider because this is the bag. Actually, I thought the bag was going to be a lot bigger, but actually I think this is about the same size bag that you would get in the i6 or 7. So that kind of surprises me. They do have a spot here though for extra bags. That's kind of cool, so you have one handy at all times. You don't have to go dig around your house and try to find it when you need it. So very cool. I really like that little leather loop they threw on there. Let me know in the comments if you agree, if you guys like that. Very cool touch. Now let's check out the robot itself. I really like the silver circle on top. Now one thing I wish it did, which I noticed in one of their production videos that it doesn't do, is this is just me, but I love on the S9 where this entire ring lights up. Same with the BravoJet M6. But right here on this one it just lights up here. So I really wish they would have done that around the big circle. I just think that's a really cool touch. So of course this does have iRobot's dual rubber rollers, which does an incredibly good job on cleaning, especially on carpets. Pretty much all surfaces. iRobot has some of the best technology built into the robots, and they have patents on a lot of it, so a lot of these companies cannot match the quality you get out of an iRobot. So I will say the bin itself is exactly like the i7, which is perfectly fine. Everything on the bottom to me looks exactly like the i7. Sensors and everything. Roller bar is the same exact width. It does feel a little bit heavier, so I'm really hoping that's where the weight comes from. Here's the robot itself. Nice design with it. Once again, I wish this whole circle had a light, but it does not. There's the bottom, very similar to the i7. Possibly exactly like the i7. Once again, here's a little bit closer of the self-empty bin. This is the leather loop that they throw on, which personally I love. And I love the lines going down the front of this. I think it looks very cool. And that's pretty cool. Check that out. I didn't even know about that. See that like almost QR code? That's because it's a camera, so the camera's gonna be spinning around and reading that, and that's gonna tell it that this is the base station. Usually there's some sensors built in there behind some like plastic glass. That's very interesting, very cool. So there it is sitting on the dock. I must say, I think it looks very good. I absolutely love this dock. I think it looks fantastic. Alright, hopefully you guys are excited for this robot. I definitely am. I think it's going to be really good. I'm going to put it through so many tests to see if the obstacle avoidance is on par. If you've seen my gauntlet challenge, I have a testing room in the basement, and I've sent probably at least 10 of my robots down the gauntlet, and it sees exactly what it can run over, what it cannot, what will air it out. And I will be setting that through the gauntlet as well, and that'll really tell us how good this camera system is. Alright guys, so that's going to wrap up this unboxing and information video. Like I said, I'm going to have a ton more videos on this, probably at least 5 to 10, maybe even more depending on how much you guys like it. Let me know in the comments if there's anything specific you want to see. Let's make this video get a lot of views if you guys don't mind helping. And the biggest way to help is smashing that like button. Helps me out a ton. And if you do want to see a lot of stuff on this robot, definitely consider subscribing. Hit that notification bell and it will send you an alert when I do upload a new video. Let's get this to 500 likes, and I will literally use real dog poop and put this thing to the test. Most people are going to use fake, but I will truly use real dog poop. And I might be a little gross to some of you, but this is the biggest claim they have. I mean, heck, they have something called the poop protection, so I'm really curious how well this guy's going to do. Alright, thanks so much for watching. You guys have a fantastic day, and I am going to get this guy charged up and do a whole bunch of testing tonight. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys in a minute.